What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 50, and today I have a special video for you guys. I'm going to be doing a live commentary. I'm also going to have a live transfer deadline day, and this is going to be a post commentary to start the episode off with as well. So a longer episode, a mix of commentaries, and I really hope you enjoy it. But anyway, we start the episode off with Ricardo Rodriguez again declining his contract, and we go ahead and offer him a new one. But as you can see, unfortunately for us, Christoph Kramer has indeed chose Everton ahead of West Brom. Bayer Leverkusen accepted a transfer offer we put in, but we acted too late, and Kramer has chose to go to Everton. Very frustrating. I felt as though, as I said in the last episode, it's kind of unfair how the AI clubs seem to get their business done a lot quicker than you can, but even so, I felt as though we could have signed Kramer had I acted quicker, but that's my mistake, and there you go. Putting inquiries for quite a few players as well: Cleverley, Henderson, Cork, Fellaini, players of that calibre. Of course, we are looking for a new central midfielder after Delph got sold in the last episode to West Ham. He chose Upton Park over the Allianz Arena for 16 million. He chose the Championship over the Bundesliga and the Champions League, and so on and so forth, in such bizarre fashion. But yeah, we put in new bids for these players as well that we inquired for. These clubs don't seem to want as much as I first thought for their midfielders, so I wouldn't mind signing any of these. Jack Cork, Fellaini, Cleverley, Henderson. These players who do look very, very decent. But the main one I would probably like is Jan M'Vila. He's the one we're working for right now, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens because M'Vila and Henderson are the two I'm going for. But I would like Fellaini as well. The problem is quite a few of those players are on really high contracts, and that's what I don't want to pay. But anyway, a transfer offer came in for Mbanyang. PSG wanted it for £9 million, and I just laughed that off. He's doing fantastically well for us, no need to sell him. And also Ricardo Rodriguez, hallelujah, after about 10 attempts at signing the guy, has indeed agreed to join us next year. It's a shame that it's going to cost us 95 grand a week for the guy. But at the end of the day, you got to look at the bigger picture. He's a fantastic player, and I guess at the end of the day, we need that kind of first team, really, really good quality talent. Rodriguez is 81 overall, so will be our joint highest player. He is a fantastic left back. Of course, he's one of the hottest properties in terms of fullbacks in world football right now. And I'm very, very happy Rodriguez is going to come in next year. I know it's a really expensive contract, but we've got the money to pay it, and we need to start making these big signings. You know what I mean? It's all very well and good signing these young players for the future and that, but we need to make these big signings to show clubs, hey, we want to go ahead and get ourselves into the top four one day. We're going to do that by making a statement, splashing the cash, and signing really, really good players. So Rodriguez will come in next year, and I'm pretty happy with that. And for the first game of today's episode, this is the post commentary. I have a live commentary game after this one. This is the post commentary. We've got a Capital One Cup semi-final second leg tie against Aston Villa here at the Hawthorns, and the first leg finished 3-0 to West Brom at Villa Park, so we knew that we're most likely going through. We got 1 foot in the final right now. All we got to do is make sure we don't have a meltdown, and we'll be going through. We did still play a few first team players, of course, because after we lost on the weekend to Everton, after leading twice, I thought, no game is a formality this season, clearly, because I'm just not good enough. But still, we take on Aston Villa, and the first chance would actually fall to the away side. Weimann played the ball backwards towards Kozak, who cut himself inside and shot, but Ben Foster made a good save at his near post, clearly learning from the Everton game, not leaving that near post unguarded, makes the save and keeps it at 0-0. And in the 10th minute, Villa come forward again here. It's Silla inside towards Kozak, and the shot is well saved by Foster again, and the follow-up shot goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. So 0-0, but Villa, to their credit, they didn't play a weak side and thought, oh well, West Brom are going through, we'll just sit back and let them go through with ease, and we'll give a run around to our sort of reserve players. They picked a very strong side, and they wanted to cause us a shock in this game. But as Julian Green goes down the right-hand side here and beats Matthew Loughton, he cuts past Kieran Clark and Ron Vlaar and smashes the ball into the back of the net, and it's a wonderful goal from the man on loan from Bayern Munich. Green gets it and makes it West Bromwich Albion 1, Aston Villa 0, 4-0 on aggregate, and now there is surely no way back for Villa. It's a really nice goal by Green as well. We cut from the right into the left, and a great finish, and Green has got so much pace and a good end product as well. Of course, he can play on the wing and up top, and he makes it 1-0 there, and in the 20th minute a great chance to make it 2-0, and Ichibi gets tackled, but it comes to Gardner. Fantastic ball forward. Niang is through, but it's a fantastic save by the goalkeeper, and he keeps it at 1-0. In the 30th minute though, another great chance. Green roulettes around Loughton down the right hand side. Wonderful run by Julian Green, and as he cuts inside, I went to shoot. Loughton pulls him down, and the referee awards a penalty. So Matthew Loughton just could not cope with Julian Green down that right hand side, and it's a definite penalty. I was shaping up to shoot with Green, so I got myself inside, got pulled down from behind, and it is indeed a definite penalty. So a great chance to make it 2-0 from the spot here. I thought the penalty should have been given sooner, to be honest. Green, to his credit, stayed on his feet for as long as possible, but even so, penalty to West Bromwich Albion. A great chance to make it 5-0 on aggregate and 2-0 on the night. It's going to be Craig Gardner, the man who wants to replace Fabian Delph in the centre of midfield against the goalkeeper here. Can Gardner score? Yes, he can. The goalkeeper dives the right way, but he can't keep it out. It goes into the back of the net, and it's 2-0. And I have to say as well, penalties this year seem a lot easier to score. They really, really do. I don't know why exactly, but it seems as though goalkeepers are severely underpowered when it comes to saving penalties. But still, 2-0. That was how the first half would finish. 5-0 on aggregate, so Aston Villa basically already out of the game. They wouldn't stop attacking though. Kozak hit the bar in the 48th minute as the score was still 2-0, and a few minutes later Jolien Lescott finds Aaron Creswell, our left back here. Creswell crossfields it towards Craig Gardner. Gardner offloads it towards the runner Julian Green, who was terrorising both Sissoko and Loughton for Villa. As he goes down the right hand side, he gets past Sissoko, fizzes in across and picks out Will Hughes, who gets his first goal since returning from Valenciennes on loan, and makes it 3-0. And Green had a hand in all three goals. He got the goal for the first one, he got the assist for the penalty in the second, and now he gets assist with a cross here into Will Hughes, who tucks it away and makes it 3-0. So Green was having a great game, and Hughes makes it 3-0 and 6-0 on aggregate. A fantastic performance here, and as Gardner beats his man down the right hand side here, a great chance for 4. Jason Davidson wins the header here, but it's tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper, and it is still 3-0. So 3-0 as things stood, but of course we knew we were going through uncomfortably. Villa all at sea in this game, they really were, and as Kozak finds Weimann here, Weimann collects the ball and plays it out wide towards Tonev. Tonev inside towards Davis. Davis takes on Gamboa and beats him, and I can't understand this, but the referee gives a penalty to Aston Villa, and to say this isn't even the most bizarre thing that happens in this game shows you what the game was like. The referee gives a penalty against Gamboa for the challenge on Tonev, I think it was. But if you watch it back, the ball had already gone. Gamboa's shielding Davis as Vestergaard comes across. He's doing nothing wrong, and Davis just trips over the guy. Gamboa does literally nothing wrong. He's just standing there, and he just seems to flop into him, and the referee gives a penalty. That is never, ever a penalty. But, you know, that wasn't the most bizarre thing that happened in this incident, because as Kozak prepares to take the penalty here, it's Kozak against Ben Foster. I'm trying to trick the number 27. And do you remember when I said that goalkeepers seem severely underpowered from penalties? I don't really know what to say about this. Kozak scores, and again, I'm going to say, you know, to talk about how bizarre this game is, this still isn't the most bizarre thing that happens in the game. Kozak scores this penalty, and I'm sitting there thinking, how the hell did that go in? Because I was pressing up on the stick. That's what you do if you want to stay down the middle and make sure that they don't blast the ball over your head, and the goalkeeper falls back comically, but it still happens regardless. He chips it right down the centre. It's a bit to Foster's right, but he just stands there and then falls backwards. The ball isn't even past him whilst he's falling backwards. It's in front of him. What's he doing? And you know, I was pressing up on the stick, and I have no idea why he did that. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And even if I wasn't pressing up on the stick, you'd still think that the AI goalkeeper should say, that's a simple save, I'll just punch the ball away, seeing as it's going at 2 miles an hour. I have no idea why on earth that happened there, but even so, it's ridiculous. It's West Brom 3, Villa 1. We were still going through, so that's good enough, but even so, still a bit bizarre. And Foster makes a great save here in the 82nd minute to keep it at 3-1. And then it's another howler from Foster in the 90th minute here as the cross comes in. Abonglahor scores with his first touch since coming on and makes it West Brom 3, Villa 2. So, you know, we were going through and everything. It was totally fine, but it was still an unbelievably bizarre game, and it was just full of absolute ridiculousness. But even so, you know, in a game in typical bizarre comical fashion, it's best that we save the best till last, the most bizarre until last. And take a look at this.
3-2 the score.
Number 11.
And such quality in the build-up, a brilliant finish, a wonderful goal.
You know, I just have no words for this. I mean, seriously, I scored a halfway line goal in my PS4 career mode, but that one was understandable because I caught the goalkeeper off his line, and it was a brilliant goal. It was Klein who scored it, and the goalkeeper was off his line. He was tracking back. He couldn't get back on time. It was an amazing goal. This is just ridiculous. I just kicked the ball forward because I thought the referee was going to blow for full time. As we were out of time, he didn't, and it just, the goalkeeper is standing on his line. I mean, I just don't understand this game. I really don't. Now, don't get me wrong. I do try and score from the halfway line quite a bit. Again, if you're a long-term sub, you'd know that. And, I have scored from the halfway line before in my last career mode, and that was fine and everything. But that was when the goalkeeper was off his line, he was tracking back, and he couldn't get there on time. The goalkeeper was set on his line. All he had to do was put his hand up, and he saves it. And I don't know, it was just the most bizarre game, and what a way to wrap it off as well. It's just crazy, it really is. I mean, there's no words to describe that goal. I mean, seriously, there is just genuinely no words. Seriously, it's downright outrageous. The goalkeeper is on his line. How on earth is he not saving that? But even so, I don't know, let's just stop talking. We won the game 4-2, but it was without doubt the most bizarre, unreal, ridiculous game I've ever played in career mode. Full of just unbelievable events and incidents. I guess it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it did happen in episode number 50 to give you guys something funny to watch, but it was still absolutely outrageous. But anyway, we are through to the Capital One Cup final. We knew that, and we'll be taking on Swansea City, who managed to beat Manchester City in the semis. We'll be taking on Swansea in the final, and hopefully that will be our first piece of silverware. That episode will be live as well, so hopefully you enjoy that, and there you go. Still, following that, we have some transfer offers to deal with, lots of unacceptable offers we put in for these players, and we put in new deals. Obviously, the two I'm really going for are Jan and Veer and Jordan Henderson. Not sure who I'd want out of those two. Probably Henderson, to be honest, as he is English. I know he's got high work rates and a lot of stamina, so I'd probably prefer Henderson personally. But I don't know. I mean, even though it's got a question mark there, I'm pretty sure I already know Henderson's a 78 because I've seen his rating before. But I think I did that last year as scout, and now it's gone. But still, I put in a bid for Henderson. I think Via's around 78, 79 as well. So either of those players would be fine for me. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And also as well, Southampton wanted 4.7 million for Jack Cork. Not too sure about Cork. I know he's a decent player. I think he's a very underrated player as well, but I'm not too sure personally. And also Fellaini as well. I'd like to sign Marouane Fellaini. I think he'd be a great signing for us, the man with the afro. But personally speaking, I don't want to spend 100 grand a week on him. I really don't. I mean, he's 28 years old, so don't forget, if we do sign him, you'll be looking at like a 3 or 4 year deal for a player on 100 grand a week. I mean, we can afford to do that, but I'm not particularly sure I want to do that. That's the key. But anyway, that's going to end the post commentary, guys. So I really do hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. The next thing you'll see is a live game against Aston Villa in the FA Cup 4th round, and then you'll see the live transfer deadline day. So really hope you do enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching the post commentary. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of it. Again, reminder, if you haven't left a like so far, please do so if you're enjoying the video. That really does help. Enjoy the live stuff, and I will see you for that stuff very, very soon. In just a few seconds, in fact. Okay guys, so welcome to the live part of episode number 50. Really hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Aston Villa game was crazy. And yeah, we got a live game against Villa here in the FA Cup round 4. So another game against our rivals Aston Villa. It just keeps happening. And then we've got a live transfer deadline day, which is going to come immediately after the game. I'm going to take a quick break as soon as this game finishes, and then we're going to go straight to deadline day. And again, that'll be done live, as I've never done that before, so it should be good fun, and I'm looking forward to it. I would have said by now, I'm almost certain I would have done, but if I didn't, thank you very much for all the support on the first 50 episodes. I really hope you guys are still enjoying the series. It means a lot to me, obviously, that you guys are giving as much support as you are. The like ratio has been fantastic all through the series, so thank you very much for that. It means a lot. I don't think I'm going to make any changes for this game. I really don't. I think that we're okay because we rested quite a lot in midweek. Only a couple of players stayed out there for the full 90. I'm tempted to play Jason Davidson ahead of Creswell, because whenever Davidson's come in, he's done alright, but I don't know, I like Creswell. He's done well for us this year since coming in on his debut season. I think we're going to leave as is, actually. I think we are. I might put I know Green scored on midweek. I don't think there's any. No, gonna leave as it is. I want to make possibly 1 or 2 changes, but the side is very, very good and very strong, and most of them are fully fit too. So I'll put Davidson on the bench because he's got more stamina than a beta right now. So we'll bring him on if Creswell's tiring a bit. But other than that, we'll leave the side as it is. Yeah, the support on the first 50 episodes has been crazy, and the like ratio has just been fantastic. It does mean a lot to me, and again, thank you so much. I do say at the end of every episode, thank you for watching. If you can leave a like, please do so. And I do mean that. I really do appreciate everyone that watches the series and everything I do. But I guess I don't really show my appreciation as much as I would like to, and that's my fault, I guess. So I guess just doing special videos every now and then. I mean, a lot of you are, of course, new subscribers and haven't been around for a while. But, in FIFA 14 and FIFA 13, I run long career modes. That's the basis of my channel, really. It's consistency matched with long series. And, it's always been the way I've done things. And if you're new, you may not have realised that. But this series, I've already seen one or two comments here and there from not everyone obviously, but a few people saying, can you start a new career mode and so on. That's not how I really do things. I tend to run things as long as possible. That's how it's always been. And yeah, I think a lot of you who may be new are just finding that out, and it seems as though a lot of you seem to appreciate that as well. To keep things going for as long as possible, it's what I like to do. And with your support, it becomes a lot easier. What can I say? So I really do appreciate it. It's a mutual way of working on this channel. I need your support to keep me going, and I keep going because of your support and so on and so forth. But still, this game is going to be a one game live game. Does that make sense? It's going to be a live highlights game, just like we did for the FA Cup final against City last year. It's going to be a live highlights game, and then straight after that we'll have deadline day. So yeah, I'm just trying to do different things, and I've never done an episode, a live episode like this for like a 50 or 100. So there's a mix of different things. There's post commentary and a live commentary, and of course the live deadline day, which I've never done before. So just a mix of things to give everyone something they might enjoy. Maybe some of you don't like my post commentary, so I wouldn't blame you for that. And therefore you get some live stuff. Maybe you don't like my live stuff, therefore you get a post commentary in this video as well. So yeah, just trying to give everyone something they might enjoy in this episode, and hopefully you will enjoy it regardless, and hopefully you're still enjoying it right now. Anyway, FA Cup 4th round against Aston Villa. Not as big as a game as it could have been, but of course now we're into the Capital One Cup final, which is great. Winning this game and getting ourselves into a higher round in the FA Cup would be nice, because obviously to have a cup double of the FA Cup and the Capital One Cup would be crazy, wouldn't it? If we could do that. Of course, we've got to hopefully avenge what we did last year and not get to a final and then lose it by winning the Capital One Cup final against Swansea. But even so, getting through the FA Cup would be nice, and especially against our rivals. And here's hoping we can do it. Oh, what a chance it is. Bakuna's going to take his free kick and push Wes and Silva on the line. Ruiz has tricked me with the dummy run there, but it's going to be Bakuna to strike it, and it's over the bar. Westwood into Brian Ruiz. And Costa Rica with a nice pass to Westwood, and he plays it back inside towards Brian Ruiz. Ruiz finds a Bonglahor towards the centre, and it's off the bar. It's off the bar. I don't know who that was, and a Bonglahor can't get it. And the Stasic will clear off the bar from Villa. I think it might have been, was it Vyman? Oh wow, it's Vyman now. I've just given the ball to him, and yes, there's an escape there. As I think it was Vyman hit the bar. Here's Luna down the left hand side. Need to get this ball away. And it's Luna's cross in towards Ruiz, headed away. Sanchez, still going to keep the pressure on Ruiz. Sanchez, Ashley Westwood, can we get the danger clear? I can't believe I passed the ball straight to Vyman. And it's a free kick to Villa in a dangerous place. And it is going to be Bakuna to take it. Just like the one a minute ago, it's going to be Bakuna again. He goes for goal himself and finds the goal. Oh, what a fantastic free kick. I think it's the first free kick the AI have scored against me. And Bakuna scores. It's a fantastic goal. It's my stupid fault for giving the ball away. I passed it straight to Vyman as I was trying to crossfield it. And unfortunately for us, it results in a free kick. And it's a wonderful strike by Bakuna as well. Over the wall, into the... Well, it wasn't really into the top corner. Wellington Silva on the line towards the post. And it sort of went between Silva and Foster. It was... Yeah, it wasn't in the top corner, and it wasn't central. It was between the space of Foster and Silva. Can't really blame the goalkeeper or the defender on the line because of the placement, but that's very frustrating. Still, Villa 0, West Brom 0, Villa 1 even, and unfortunately for us, the referee gives another soft free kick to Villa. Unfortunately for us, we are behind here at the Hawthorns. And it's the Costa Rican out wide towards Bakuna. Good challenge by Creswell. And come on, Yang, you got pace on Vlar. Come on, Yang. Yang's there. And by Niang. And by Niang. Oh, wow. Okay, that's not exactly what I had in mind. So, good opportunity here. Tempted to try and get out to Malumbu and cut inside, but I think I'll try and use the height in the box, although there's not much of it. Still towards Claudio. Jacobi hits the post. Oh, wow. That was me talking about my options from corners not being the best, and I hit the post. That's a really poor header by Jenkins, and it's put us in some trouble. Villa on the break here. It's a 3-on-2. It's Davis, and that's got to be Zambrano's against the Lahore, and it is. Great strength by Zambrano. He's been a great signing for us since coming in on a free. And there it is, half-time. So, frustrating first half. I haven't really created much. Since Villa took the lead in the 17th minute through the free kick, I've struggled quite a lot. I mean, I've struggled all half, really. They've put so many bodies behind the ball. They've played quite defensively. We really are missing Delph. I think that's the one thing I've taken from this game right now. Delph's presence in the midfield of winning balls back and setting up attacks is no longer there, of course. Now he's gone to West Ham. And we're missing that. We really are. Here's Luna. Great challenge by Julian Green. Now a chance on the break. Berahino to Niang. And Sanchez, what a game he's having. He's just tracked back so well. And he's won everything for Aston Villa. Still here's Malumbu. We've got Niang down the left-hand side. And he's round Vlar. That's a shocking challenge there by Vlar. And that's a free kick. And a chance here as a Lahore's coming off for... Don't ask me to pronounce that name. And a chance from the free kick. That Wolves just crept forward, hasn't it? Attempted to go for goal for Wellington Silva. I mean, he can score free kicks. His stats aren't terrible, but... I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and go for goal Wellington Silva here. Go on, Silva. Oh, no. No, that's not too bad. I thought I was going to go miles over the bar. And from the corner, Roberts to take. Headed away. And Villa will clear. Just haven't been able to do it in this game. Here's Zambrano. Malumbu. Niang. Niang's through. Oh, he's put it wide. What a chance. There was the opportunity to equalise. Niang was through. I thought I did everything right, but the shot goes just wide of the post. I just can't seem to do it here. Vestergaard should win the header and does. Malumbu. And by Niang. Cuts inside. He's got space to shoot. And it's a great save by the goalkeeper. And it's going to go out for a corner. And time is almost up here. We've done everything we can, but it doesn't look it's going to be enough. We're going to try and crowd out the goalkeeper there. Keep Vestergaard, the big giant, on his toes. This is where we really need to use his height. Silva's corner. It's a really dangerous one. It hits the post in the end. And it was a poor corner. It did hit the post, but even so, it's a poor corner. And it's still 1-0 to Villa. And I think we're going out the FA Cup here to our rivals at home, which is not a good result for us here. And that should be that. Green, can he keep the ball on? He can. And he's taking it around his man. Come on, we need a good cross here. Oh, what a challenge. What a challenge. And what a way to end the game for Villa. That is exactly what they did all game. They defended valiantly. And unfortunately for us, we've lost the game by 1-0. And it was a superb defensive performance from Villa. And that pains me to say that. And if you can believe this, this is the first time we've actually lost to our rivals. And unfortunately it comes in a special episode, which isn't great. But even so, we are out of the FA Cup. In a way, it's actually, it could prove to be a blessing in disguise, because we do have the Capital One Cup final to worry about. That's obviously going to be important for us as we go and search for our first piece of silverware. And of course, we're still in the Europa League and the Premier League we need to do well in as well. So maybe continuing in this competition would have been a bad thing for us in the end. But still, we lose in the FA Cup to Aston Villa. We are out in the 4th round. Very disappointing. And yeah, I guess we've got the live transfer deadline day next. Hopefully that will cheer me up. I'm going to take a break and I'll be back for that in just a moment's time. Okay, so time for transfer deadline day, a live transfer deadline day. Never done this before. There's still a few £1 million to work with, as you can... Okay, that just went to the inbox without me even asking for it. There's still a few £1 million to work with, as you can see. I'm hopeful to pull off one more signing. I really need a central midfielder, because despite the fact we got a lot of CMs, none of them are really class. Mulumbu's good, but I'm not convinced by the others. And obviously, Delph was missed massively in that Villa game. I might have included the highlight where I was talking about the fact his presence is so important to us. And now he's gone, it's disappointing. So I'd like to get ourselves another midfielder, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So you can see we've got a few rejects and accepts here. Ruben Kazan wants 6.5 million for Jan and Villa. Swansea aren't happy with the deal for Shelby. United aren't happy for the deal with Cleverley. Liverpool have accepted a £7 million deal plus bigger amount of Henderson. Now that could be a good signing for us. I think Henderson is 78 overall at the moment. Southampton have accepted 3.25 for Jack Cork. United want 7.5 for Fellaini, but his wages are way too high anyway. Final, don't want to let go of Jordy Classy. He's the player I really want, though. He's the one I really want, because he was good against us in the games he played in the group stage, and I think he's a very, very decent midfielder, and he's got a lot of potential, presumably. Where even is he? I can't even find the guy. Is he not even here? Oh, I just on him, and now I just press square. Well done, me. I'm always messing things up, right? Jordy Classy's the one I really want, but Final, don't want to let go of him. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in £7 million plus bigger amount, because that's what I said I'd do for Henderson. So if Final accept that, then I'll go in for Classy. If not, we'll get Henderson instead. I'm not sure who's got more potential, but even so, Henderson would be the good like-for-like replacement with Delph, though, because he's the one that sort of wins a lot of balls back. He travels a lot of ground. He must have high work rates on FIFA. I'm almost certain of it. Oh, Jesus Christ. The board are not very happy with us this season, are they? They are always criticising us about something. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Liverpool accepted £7 million for Henderson plus bigger Amana, who we're not using. We may as well forget about the Southampton deal now, because I don't see us going in for Jack Cork, because although Cork is a good player, and I do like Jack Cork, I think he's very underrated, Henderson is most likely a better player in terms of overall and potential. So I think we're going to go in for Henderson. Why he'd want to leave Anfield to come join us at the Hawthorns, I don't know, but we are a club that's on the rise, really, so I guess you can see it. Still, putting a contract for him, crucial first team, 5 year, 70 grand a week. Going to put in a new bid for Jan and Veer as well at 6.5 million, 6 million even. Obviously, with Henderson most likely coming in, this deal probably means nothing, but if Henderson is very stubborn and doesn't want to leave, then I'll just go for Jan and Veer instead, because I think Jan and Veer is a good player, but obviously his career hasn't been the same since he left Stade Rennais. I don't see Shelby coming in now. Doesn't seem like they want to let go of the guy. They don't want bigger Amana. We'll put in a £4 million bid for him, but I can't see it happening now. We won't really need him anyway if Henderson does come in. United aren't going to let go of Cleverley, it seems. Just put a £3 million in without bigger Amana and wait to see what they say. What was the other one? Oh, we may as well offer a contract to Jack Hawk anyway, even though I can't see him coming in now. See, he wouldn't be a first team player now, would he? He'd be like a squad rotation player if he came in. Still, just not specified a squad status. And I don't see a point in going back in for Fellaini, because although I think he would be a great player for us, I really do. The problem with Fellaini is his wages are ridiculously high. I mean, 100 grand a week is crazy. And don't forget, he's 28 years old. And I know on this FIFA, players don't decrease massively and as quick as they used to do when they hit 50, when they hit 30. But when they hit 30, when they hit 50, they probably would. But I'm not sure I would want to pay 100 grand a week for a player who, you know, he's only one rating higher than our best player at the moment in midfield anyway, in Mulumbu. So no way he'd be the same as Mulumbu. Anyway. Still, those are the bids we're going to make for those players. We're going to put in some new offers for them, and I'm tempted to go back in for the I think he's the Austrian or possibly the Swiss guy, Kavlak. I think he's Austrian actually, the Besiktas man, because I've seen his Ultimate Team card and he's got some very balanced stats. I don't know how he does on career mode. I know he's not very young, but even so, I'm very tempted to go in for him again. So I think I will put in a bid for him. And I think that's the last player I'll put a bid in for. So those bids are in the pipeline. Wait, where am I going here? Where's the unsuccessful negotiations? Here we are. So I'm going to put in a new bid for Kavlak, and we'll wait and see. We put in a bid of 3.5 million, which they rejected. I'm going to put in a straight bid of 4 million, and we'll wait and see what they say, because he's 27 years old. So he's still got a few years before he starts to decrease. And again, I've seen his Ultimate Team card. He does look very decent. So in career mode, maybe he's got one or two more potential. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. He's not my main priority. I'd much rather get Jordan Henderson in. But we'll have to wait and see. So far right now, we've got these deals in the pipeline. Fellaini, Jordy Classy, Jack Hawk, Jordan Henderson, Tom Cleverley, John Joe Shelby, Jan and Villa, and Kavlak. We put these bids in for these CMs and wait and see what happens there. Don't really feel like we need to worry about any more signings. The CM area is far more important to us than anything else. Now, I do have players on the global transfer network that we've been looking at for players that have their contracts up at the end of the year. Of course, when you get into January, it starts to find players that have their contracts up at the end of next season. But there's there's obviously Ricardo Rodriguez, who's already coming in next year. What a signing that could be. But Marco Hoga, if we can't get any of these CMs, I'm going to sign Hoga on deadline day because his contract's over the end of the year and he's a 79 overall rated player. So yes, we won't be able to sign him this year, but he'll be a very decent acquisition for next year. So there you go. But there's not actually anyone else I'm looking at and thinking about. Kevin Trapp, I wouldn't mind because Foster is a very inconsistent goalkeeper, but I don't want to have two goalkeepers on high wages because I just don't really see the point. But Dragovic as well, I've been looking at, could be a good signing for us. Only 24 years old, but his wages are very high. So there's quite a few players I've been looking at here that have their contracts up at the end of the year, but I'm just not ultimately sure. That's not who I was looking at, is it? Oh, these are the guys that have their contracts up at the end of next year. I'm not too sure about all of them. Balarabi as well of Bayer Leverkusen, but again, not too sure. I think, to be honest, if I'm going to sign anyone else on a pre-contract, it will probably just be Marco Hoga, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, there's another one as well I wanted to show you guys. I scouted him myself. Andre Carrillo. If you watch my season series, you'll see that I had an absolutely amazing game with him when I chose Peru. Carrillo also has his contract up at the end of the year, and when I can find him, I'll show you Carrillo. He always makes me laugh in the Global Transfer Network. I never know where I'm going. I don't really know how to use it very well. I think he might be at the bottom of this one. Is he? No, where's Carrillo then? I know I've scouted him. I had his stats somewhere. Do you know what? Let's just search for him. But I used Carrillo in the season series, and he was amazing. And I thought maybe I'd have a look at him on career mode and see what he looks like. And he has his contract up at the end of the year, and I can't even find the guy. Do you know what? Let's just search for a Peruvian winger, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to find the guy. This is embarrassing. I can't even find the guy I'm looking for here. And he'll be listed as an attacker, won't he? Because he's a winger. 20. He must be 22, 23. Not too old either. And he plays in the Portuguese league for Sporting. I know that. Right, so hopefully... Okay, this is ridiculous. Carrillo hasn't gone, has he? Has Carrillo gone? Or am I looking at for a different player? What? Who am I looking for here? Carrillo, obviously, but... Okay, maybe he's on the midfielders, actually, instead of attackers. Is he? Is he? He is, there you go. Right, so Andre Carrillo here. That's crazy. I swear wingers used to be listed as forwards in FIFA. Maybe they changed, or I'm just stupid. One or two. Most likely the latter. Anyway, Carrillo's got some great stats, and his contract is up at the end of the year, so he is someone I'll go in for if we can't pull off any more signings and we got the money. Carrillo and Hoga. If we do get a CM, Carrillo I'd prefer to get ahead of Marco Hoga, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we can get both, but you never know. Anyway, let's get ourselves through to the next advance. And let's hopefully see that Jordan Henderson accepted his contract, and we've signed ourselves a central midfielder with 9 hours on the clock. Getting our business done in the first hour would be fantastic. Final want $10.5 million for Toonstra. Forget that. I like Toonstra in the games we played with him, but there's no need now, is there? Still, a transfer comes in for Bigger Romana. Coventry won him for 350 grand. I'm pretty sure he spent a season on loan at Coventry, didn't he? Maybe I'm wrong. Still, there's no point now because it looks as though he is indeed going to go to, as United accepts a £3 million bid for Cleverley, Swansea accept £4 million for Shelby, but Henderson's accepted his contract, Cork's accepted his, United accepted £7 million bid for Fellaini. It's funny, isn't it? All of these players and clubs are accepting transfers, except for the one player I want in Jordi Classy. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's just typical. Anyway, Henderson's accepted his contract, and he's probably the second choice player I was after, so... It's going to cost us a lot of money, and £7 million is quite expensive. But at the end of the day, if we do this, we do need another CM, really. We need someone like Henderson. And, I think it'll work out okay. I'm sure he's still got one or two on his potential left anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and sign Jordan Henderson for £7 million plus Bigger Romana. He's got those high work rates. He's who we want, really. And I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and take a look at Jordan Henderson's stats. Actually, I might as well do it in the squad report so you guys can see it all on the screen. Let's go and look at Henderson's stats. He's hoping that he's a very decent player. Okay, 78 overall, so the same as Delph. He hasn't seemed to have had a good season for Liverpool. And his stats, 91 standard, which you've got to love. Very good passer of the ball. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's okay. yeah, maybe we could have done better. Maybe there's one or two players we could have looked at and we could have signed, and it would have been more beneficial for us in terms of value for money. But I like Henderson. He's got that engine speciality, which is my favourite one. 3-star skills and weak foot, and of course those high work rates, which I love, and I'm happy with that. I know that Delph was the same overall and one rating lower, but we signed him for a free, and we got £16 million for him, which personally speaking I think was a good deal. So I think Henderson's a perfect replacement for Delph. He costs us half of what we, less than half what we got for Delph, and I'll take that. I'll take that as a decent signing for us. So Henderson comes in. That means that the players such as Shelvey and Fellaini, all of those deals can get forgotten about now, and I think we're only going to have one more signing to make, and that's most likely going to be a pre-contract in Carrillo or Hoga. I think I'll probably go for Carrillo instead of Hoga. Now we've got another CM in. Besiktas didn't want to let go of Kavlak anyway. So it's disappointing I couldn't have got Jordi Clasie. I really did want to get hold of the guy. We may as well reject all of these now, shouldn't we? I really did want to get hold of Jordi Clasie. I think he's a very good player. He was good against us in the games we played against Feyenoord in the group stage of the Europa League. You never know though. Maybe we can get him next year. And so I think what I'll do is I want to wrap off deadline day as soon as possible, get all the business done as soon as possible. I think I'm going to sign, I wonder if we can get both of those players in. We might be able to, not too sure. I'm going to try and sign Carrillo anyway, and first we'll offer him a contract under his wages, ask him to take a pay cut. If he won't take it, then we'll just get him naturally. So now I need to search for Carrillo again, don't I? Oh, here we go. Fantastic. It's already on there. So, Carrillo, I'm going to offer a contract to this guy on a pre-contract. He's got grid stats. He'll be very good to play on the wing for us. He will be a crucial first-team player. He'll take the helms of Patrick Roberts' place. He'll go onto the bench as an impact sub now. And we'll go in for Carrillo. I think that could be a good signing. I'll ask him to take a pay cut, see what he says. And the other player was Marco Hoga. There was another player I was looking at, but I can't remember who it was. There was 3 players I was definitely thinking of putting in bids for on pre-contracts. One was Carrillo, one was Hoga, and there was another one as well. But I can't remember who it was, and I'm not going to be able to find it now. There's so many other players that are here for next year. So was it Ruben Perez? I think it might have been, Maybe not. I can't remember, to be honest. Anyway, we'll also put in a bid for Marco Hoga too. So we'll try and get them both to agree contracts whilst we're here. Oh wow, he's on 80 grand a week. I didn't realise that. I thought it was 50 again. Jesus, there's no way Marco Hoga's coming in. That is a ridiculous contract he's after there. He can forget that. I'm sure he's a very decent player, but he can forget us paying 80 grand a week for him. Now we just signed Jordan Henderson. Anyway, let's see if we can get ourselves what's his face. The player I'm thinking of here, Carrillo. Oh man, Carrillo's doing that, and Villa is going to Manchester United. Carrillo's doing that thing where he says, I want a better contract. Jesus Christ, hopefully he'll accept this one now. We've got 8 hours to work with. He's the only player we can really get now, to be honest, because I didn't realise how high Hoga's wages were. Still, he's hoping we can get ourselves thingamajig. And there we go, he accepts his contract, and Carrillo's going to come in. Wow, Dos Santos going back to Spurs. Carrillo's going to come in next year, and I'm okay with that. That'll most likely end our spending in January transfer window, because we've got no more money left. But I'll take that deal. 3 players coming in next year on pre-contracts in Rodriguez, Carrillo, and there was someone else, wasn't there? Maybe there wasn't. Well, Rodriguez and Carrillo regardless. And there you go. So also, I want to show you this as well. I've got loads of players on the loan list. Now, a lot of you guys have been telling me that the way to loan players out is because, you guys know I can't seem to get my players to leave on loan. A lot of you guys have said you got to do it on short-term loans. Well, 2 are on season-long loans in Savanier and Dawson, and the rest are on short-term loans. So, I don't really know why none of those players are getting offers. And I don't know why, A Day is on the loan list, by the way. I was hoping to actually loan the guy out whilst he's injured, but as you can see, it's not going to happen because I didn't realise this, but players can't get sold or loaned out whilst they're injured. I didn't realise this, but FIFA does actually recognise when a player is injured. I didn't realise. I thought the AI clubs didn't know that. But, that's my transfer list and loan list right now, and I can't believe that no bids have coming for these guys on loan. They're all decent players, you know what I mean? Hughes, Ade, obviously Ade won't go, but still, Hughes, Savanier, Dawson, Beta, obviously a very decent left back, and then the transfer offers as well. We've got Garmston, Bentaleb, and Lesko on the transfer list. I can't understand why no offers going in for those guys, but anyway, what can we work with in terms of pre-contracts? 42 grand a week. I'm not really sure there's anyone that would want at 42 grand a week anyway. Could possibly look down the list and have a look, but I think this will take us a long time, and this episode is going to be quite long anyway. So when can we get down to the? Here we are. Kierkov at Bayern Munich. He's decent, very very tall, strong centre back, but still don't see the point personally speaking. We've got good centre backs already. Dragovic, again, high contract, high wages. Seems as though AI clubs do offer very high contracts to players on this year's FIFA. I don't remember this being an issue before. Yeah, I can't see us getting anyone else in. The player I want is obviously Marco Hoga, but his wages are way too high. Felipe Santana would be a pretty decent signing. He's a tall, pacey centre-back, but 29 years old. I'm trying to build for the future, and Guardado's wages are a bit expensive. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more signings. I think we've done basically all we can do, and with that 40 grand a week, I think I might put it into the transfer budget and see if I can get ourselves a player. Get ourselves a scout, and that'll do, because we don't really. I can't believe these. Why did these guys never go ahead and get their reports done? Like Jack Rodwell and John Joe Shelby. It says 1 day remaining. It's been like that for the past week. I don't think there's anything else we can do. So I think if we get ourselves a scout, put the money into the transfer budget and try and sign ourselves a scout, that might be a bit more beneficial. There's no one else I've scouted and thought could be a good signing for us on a pre-contract. So what can we get with the scouts in terms of our transfer budget? It's not going to give us too much money, is it? 2.2 million. That's not enough for a really good scout. Youth staff, scouts. Yeah, see, I want a proper world-class one, but it's going to cost us too much money. So I actually don't know what to do, to be honest, because we're not going to be able to get much money left over. Maybe there could be someone else to sign. I don't know. I really don't. I wouldn't mind one more signing, but I think we might just have to leave it there. I've been looking down the list for ages now, but no player I've looked at, I thought, yeah, he'd be a good signing for us. You know what I mean? Like, everyone always seems a bit too average for a club who, we have Champions League ambitions at the end of the day. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we'll leave it there. I'll offer Kevin Trapp a contract, and maybe we'll have 2 goalkeepers next year. Oh, actually, no, I can't bother to change the budget again. No, because I wouldn't want Trapp anyway, because having 2 goalkeepers on high wages wouldn't be beneficial, really. I think we're just going to advance. If we sell a player, then we sell a player. If we don't, that'll be the end of our business. We've done what we needed to do. We signed 2 good players on pre-contracts, and we've signed Jordan Henderson after selling Fabian Dell for £16 million. It seems Jan Veer has indeed gone to Manchester United. I really would have liked him, but there you go. Let's end transfer deadline day, because there's nothing else we can really do, to be honest, unless any bids come in. We actually have a bid for one of our players. Bradley Garmston's going to Ipswich. Wow, finally. That was me complaining about players not getting offers, and one of them is going on his way. So Garmston's going to Ipswich, that's okay. We've got Davidson, Abita, Creswell already in the club, so we didn't need Bradley Garmston, and he can go to Ipswich. So there you go, that's a bit more money in the kitty. And that'll also give us £3 a week extra on the wage budget. So that means in total we could sign a player for almost 50 grand, at 49 grand. And I can't remember. There was another player. I know there was another player I was looking at on pre-contract who I was thinking about signing. But unless he's been gone, unless someone else has got him, then that's the only thing I can think of, because I can't find him anywhere. I can't remember who he was, what position he played or anything. So, it might have been. I'm looking at a cheater. For some reason, I think it was a right back. But then again, what right backs have their contracts up at the end of this year? I can't remember scouting anyone. I don't know. I really would like to sign Kevin Trapp. I think he'd be a good signing for us, I really do, but I don't know. We'll see if he'll take a pay cut. Because he and Foster could battle out for the number 1 jersey. Maybe Foster could be a cup goalkeeper and Trapp in the league, or maybe Trapp in the cup and Foster in the league. I don't actually know, but then again, we got that Korean goalkeeper as well, don't we? Still, I'd really like to sign Marco Hoga, but approach has been blocked. Wow, he's blocked our number. He doesn't want any calls for us. um, yeah, I can't see us signing anyone else, unfortunately, which is annoying because I would have liked another signing. Um, Bellarabi wouldn't be bad as a sort of a reserve winger, but again, 40 grand a week. And don't forget, we're trying to promote Savanier to the first team. Why have I got Granit Xhaka there? His contract's not up at the end of the year. Lars Stindl? Maybe. Nah, I don't really want any of these guys, to be honest. There's no one I'm looking at here that sort of takes my fancy. I'm wasting a lot of time and a lot of your time as well. So I think we're going to get ourselves through towards the end of the transfer deadline day, because unless Trap wants to take a pay cut, I can't see him coming in. He's declined his contract, and he doesn't want to come in here anyway, so let's just forget about Kevin Trapp. Bentaleb, QPR wanted for £1.3 million. Bentaleb, I know, has potential, but he's not growing. He is not growing at all, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sell Bentaleb, to be honest, because or maybe we could try and get 1.5 for him. No, we'll accept 1.3. That's 200 grand more than his valuation. If Bentaleb does go, that means that we can go ahead and get ourselves a much better scout, because we can put all the money in the transfer budget. We'll have quite a bit to work with, and that's going to be the main aim now. We may as well sell him because he's not going to play for us again. And I think that's going to be it. I really do. I can't see us signing any more players. Wow, Hazard's gone to Chelsea for 40 million. Kaggle has gone to Juventus for 24.5, and Dos Santos to Spurs for 17.5. So quite a few expensive deals on deadline day. 2 hours to go. So Bentaleb's going to go, which I'm okay with. And yeah, that's most likely going to be it then, isn't it? There's nothing else to really do. Let's put all our money in the transfer budget again and see what we can get in terms of a scout. Muscat's about 4.6. We can almost afford a really, really good scout. That's going to be my main aim now. Get ourselves a very, very good youth scout. And yeah, our squad's not depleted either. We've still got a lot of players in our squad right now. So yeah, I'm not bothered about that. There's nothing wrong with our squad depth now. It's still very, very strong. So yeah, I think we're going to leave deadline day there. We've done what we needed to do in the signings. We've sold a couple of players who weren't getting into the side anyway. I'm okay with what we've done, and we may as well just make sure that none of our key first team players leave in the next 2 hours, and we'll leave it there. And then with the money we've got, it's good to have a bit of money in the kitty anyway. We can try and get ourselves a scout. And that could be very helpful for us in terms of picking up young players, new gens. That could stay with us throughout the series. You never know. So that's going to end transfer deadline day. Not the most eventful, but at the end of the day, it was an efficient deadline day. Do you know what I mean? We did what we needed to do. So let's take a look at what the clubs did, and you'll be able to see the top deals on the right as well. And obviously Hazard going to PSG for 40 million is crazy, but even so, I'm very disappointed I missed out on Kramer as well. I really would have liked to have got hold of Kramer. I think he's a very decent midfielder. He could have done a good job for us, but that was my fault for being way too stingy and way too, way too slow, I guess. But anyway, it didn't seem like many clubs did a lot of business, to be honest, but Spurs sold Doumbia, who was top scorer at the time, and bought back Dos Santos. As for us, I'm relatively confident we've done some good business, personally speaking. I think selling Delph for 16 million was a lot, but I feel as though Henderson's going to be just as good, and I'm relatively happy with him as a replacement. So those are the top deals, those are the latest deals, and that is going to end transfer deadline day. So we may as well take a day off the loan list now, because that's just going to keep on messing up his morale. And no clubs came in because, of course, he's injured. And I didn't realise this, but you can't trick a club into selling an injured player. Let's leave it there. Let's advance to the new month. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode with a squad report, and that's going to be the end of that. So youth squad monthly report, and now the players have their reports done. Transfer deadline day's ended. Let's have a look at our monthly scouting update. Any good players in here? Oh my god, how poor are these players, man? Seriously. It's so annoying, man. I thought scouting was going to get better after last year, but it's just got worse, to be honest. But wow, I didn't even see that guy. He's gone to Millwall. Good, they've got a good academy player. But anyway, let's get ourselves into the squad report and the league table. Our young goalkeeper looks as average as they come, and let's have a quick squad report. You can check out how the players look. and then we're going to go ahead, show the league table, and that'll end the episode. So, yeah, this squad is good. I mean, I'm happy with the business we have done. I guess I'm still disappointed that we weren't able to sign Jordy Classy, because usually in transfer windows, there's always one player I really want, and I'll do anything I can to get hold of them, but I just didn't want to spend £12 million for the guy. That's £5 million more than Henderson, and I'm pretty sure they'll be about the same overall, you know, so... I'm pretty happy with the pre-contracts mainly, though. I mean, Ricardo Rodriguez next year is going to be very good for us. Obviously, he's a left back who, wow, Malumbu's gone up to an 80. This guy is growing very, very nicely indeed. Yeah, and in terms of the pre-contracts, Rodriguez is going to come in next year. I'm very happy with that one, because he is a left back. He's one of the hottest properties in terms of left backs in the world football right now. And I know he's on a lot of wages. I know he'll be on a very high contract, but with our left backs, we haven't really had too many successes since we started. You know what I mean? We obviously we signed a beta. I can't believe how poorly that worked out. I mean, despite him being a fantastic player in the first season, he didn't grow even one rating. Creswell's okay. He hasn't done too badly, but only grown once. But Rodriguez coming in is a lot of class into the team. So yeah, and obviously Carrillo as well. He was awesome for us in seasons. I'm confident he'll be good for us. 4-star skills, obviously a lot of pace. Can play on the wing and up top, just like Niang. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, I'm pleased with the business we've done. And what can I say? Still, last thing I'll show you is the league table. As you can see, we're in 8th place, 23 games in, so we have a game in hand on most teams in the division. 34 points. I don't think we're going to be able to get into the top 4. We're now 11 points behind 4th place Hull City, who I have no idea how they're doing so well, but they are. I can't see us getting into the top 4. I think it is going to be just like last year, between 5th and 8th probably. I can't see us going any lower than 9th at least. So I think it'll just be like last year. We won't get to the top 4, but I'm confident of a Europa League finish regardless. But there you go. Still, that's the league table. Also as well, the calendar, I thought I'd show you this. Our games in the Europa League are against Eintracht Frankfurt, so I think we can win those ties, I really do, and get ourselves through to the round of 16. And then it's the Capital One Cup against Swansea. That's at the end of this month. That's in the final at Wembley. If we win that, that will be our first piece of silverware, and we'll also guarantee a place in the Europa League next season. So that's the upcoming month for February, and that is basically going to be the end of the episode. So I'm going to leave it there, and as always, a big thank you for watching the video, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. This is the first time I've done a sort of a live transfer deadline day episode and stuff like that, so hopefully you enjoyed this. The games were, one was frustrating and one was bizarre, but hopefully you enjoyed the games as well as the live deadline day. And again, thank you so much for all supporting the series so far. It means an awful lot to me, it really does. And again, if you can help my channel out by leaving a like, that is much appreciated, and I really do appreciate that. And yeah, I will see you for episode number 51 of Career Mode very soon.